welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the Yellow Dog Village, the abandoned Yellow Dog Village, right outside of Worthington, Pennsylvania. So this was a purpose-built village that was constructed during the 1910s for workers of a limestone mine, which I've heard is literally right there. Most of the workers lived in the nearby town of Worthington, which is like a 5 to 10 minute drive from here, but they didn't like the distance that they had to travel to get to the mine. And so they made an agreement with the mine owners that if the mine owners built them a purpose-built housing arrangement, basically for them to live that was closer in proximity to the mine, that they would agree to not unionize. And so that type of contract is known as a yellow dog contract. And that's how this town, I guess, became known as the Yellow Dog Town. During the Great Depression, the mine owners actually went bankrupt, and that started the downward spiral of this area. So over the next 80 years or so, the town went through different states of sort of a slow decay and slow abandonment until the last resident finally moved out of here in 2011, I believe, making this place entirely abandoned. A local school teacher from Worthington actually bought up this place a couple years ago and had plans of turning it into a history museum. These chickens and those ducks. With plans of turning this into sort of a historical site. He wanted to see if they could rehab some of the houses and actually make them livable. And so that plan ended up falling through, I think, within the last couple of years. And so during that time, this was private property. The new owners have a different opinion and a different take on the place. They've opened it to public tours, like today, where you pay a nominal fee and you have 4 or 5 hours to come and just wander around each of the houses, which is what we're going to be doing today. I think 90% of these houses are open, so should make for some really interesting stuff. So let's start the adventure, see what we can find. You can hear those chickens from every location in this place. All right, let's see if this door happens to be open. Oh, okay. So number 26. And so, unlike Pennhurst, which you've already heard me rant about that in my video, my Pennhurst video, I don't believe that items have been staged here, because I don't think at this point they're doing any kind of paranormal activity type tours or things of that nature. But unlike at Pennhurst, where they stage stuff and basically turn it into an attraction, I believe this stuff is all just original to the owners themselves. Meaning this would have been the TV that these owners would have used. Now, anyone who's either been here before or knows more about this than me, you can let me know if that's truly the case, but that's my understanding, is that stuff that we find here, and it might be displaced, like that obviously doesn't go there, but like in this here, but I believe that this is at least property from the owners. At all. Oh wow, just holes in the ground. Is that for ventilation, I wonder? Whew. Wow. So I'm going to choose to believe that this is original to the owners, most of this stuff, and just operate from that assumption. And maybe that's naive, I don't know, but So oh, and so that building over there, interestingly, is a feral cat rescue business, essentially. So it's interesting that oh wow, look at that. No way. I think I actually have that exact CD at home. Candyland. Obviously these people had kids. Oh, no kidding. Well, there we go. See if I can get this light to not be awful. Well, we're just gonna have to make it work. So, I don't want to touch it, but oh, look at all these old pictures. Deanna Michelle Ryan, who was born on September 15th, 1980. Benjamin Curtis Ryan, September 11th, 1984. Mr. and Mrs. Milan Machen, 110 Main Street. Say Lutchburg, PA. Look at all these old pictures. Wow. I mean, if this doesn't make it more real for you, I don't know what does. Those look like that's not here, I don't think. To my great-granddaughter or grandson. Out of a year of anticipation and joy, we're awaiting you, a girl or boy, we don't know what you'll be yet, etc. I mean, it's just crazy. And old wedding photos, like how do you not... I mean, I'm assuming they're wedding photos. How do you not take this stuff with you? I mean, I wonder what the story is, right? Did they just have to leave in a hurry? Our favorite recipes, to Mommy from Mike R. I don't know who Mike R is because Benjamin Curtis Ryan, it doesn't matter. Let's see. Wow, handwritten recipes. Cream cheese cookies. Wow. Oh, I didn't even notice this. The old cans of food, peanut butter, cranberry sauce. I want to see what the expiration date is on those, but I can't bring myself to touch them. Nor should I probably. So the daughter would be 43, the son will be turning 39 here in a couple months. Actually here in like 2 months. But yeah, it's crazy to think that we're roughly the same age. And that what I consider to be my childhood home, this would arguably be what they remember. Ooh, it's hot up here. Low ceiling. I wonder if this was either, what was her name, Michelle? Would this have been Michelle's room, or Maybe a playroom. Oh, wow. Totally different type floors. Someone pulled up something there. It's a giant hole in the floor there. Wow. This is just the entirety of the first floor. Oh. And I'm assuming it's a kitchen. Oh, interesting. A computer mouse. This wouldn't make a lot of sense for a computer to be located here, but maybe. Is this where that hole was? Yeah. Upstairs. I wonder what that is. Is that a table? Oh, someone put a table to cover it up. Becky Bootycall. TV box head. James Cole. Or was that say JME? Oh my God, I can't read that. Cujo. Houdini. God, I'm still laughing at Becky Bootycall. Graduation day, June 3rd, 1989. Oh, wow. Wedding photos again. I mean, what is your scenario where this stuff gets left? An old Christmas tree with old 45s, even old Christmas lights. Did I go downstairs? I think I did. Didn't I? Maybe not. Actually, I don't know that I did. Oh, more Christmas decorations. Cambria Row Business College, David M. Rockover, R-O-K-A-V-E-R-V-E-C, Rokovic, David M. Rokovic, Data Processing Management course. Got a diploma. Way to go, David Rokovic. Hopefully that translated. Do we think that this is David? Hopefully that translated. And that looks like that could be upstairs. But hopefully that degree or that diploma translated into career advancement for him. Oh, he moved to Monroeville, which is a town outside of Pittsburgh. But how did that end up here then? Maybe that was an old address. Canadian Literary Associates. Lynn Rokovic. Thank you for your interest in our agency. Please find a closed copy of our brochure which outlines the appropriate submission procedures should you like to send us your novel for analysis. Oh. Could that be Linda? But that's Linda's novel that she submitted to the Canadian Literary Associates. It's called I'll Tell You No Lies, Chapter 11. Oh, and here's handwritten stuff. Carol Hill had worked as a plainclothes detective in the Charleston Police Department for more than 15 years. To me, what makes it so crucial that there's no motive or payoff, just a sicko doing his thing. Oh. How do I get this to be good enough? Get the actions of the perpetrator clearly of someone who wants to hurt Angela emotionally. In the items, wow. So family photos. I mean, it's crazy to me. These were all people with lives, and like those pictures represented something important to them. And now, just a couple decades later, it's all potentially forgotten. Oh, I didn't even notice this. Wow, wedding photos just left here. Wonder if that's her boy David. Well, now that we know, is there a name on this? No, there's not. Bureau of Supply and Wastewater Management. Don't know how that got here. Still really cool, but I mean, you guys can see all the cars that are here. It's shocking. I mean, maybe not shocking to me. So this is basically set up in a U. So we parked here, started out up top, came across, came back down, except I didn't check out any of these houses at first yet along this row, or that boarding house at the top. So let's go and check those out, and we will make the boarding house be our last stop. So I was talking with one of the workers. He was saying that we were talking earlier about not knowing what's authentic and what isn't, with the exception of the couple of random things. Everything to these places is not staged. It's authentic to the homeowners, which is definitely encouraging and makes it that much cooler. So apparently for a couple years leading up to the new owner's acquisition of this place, there were people living in these houses. Potentially, I guess, allegedly, potentially, not sure what the right word is, but supposedly, there we go. There were people living in at least these houses here. So if we're going to find sort of new stuff that's added, whatever, it's likely going to be in these places versus the ones we looked at first. Also, I learned a bit about the goats and chickens and things, which we can talk about in a sec.
We just like the animals.
Me too. Have you run into the chickens yet?
No, that's what we
Oh yeah, they're good too. And then there's a rooster that you can hear everywhere here, no matter where you are. Like
that's what we were trying to
right around the corner here.
Okay, that's where we were heading.
Yep.
Nice.
Goats or sheep. Not quite sure why I called sheep goats, but we'll just keep that between us. So, the reason why there are random farm animals is because the current owner, his initial plan was essentially to use this almost as to use it as a farm, essentially. So there are chickens and sheep. Did I call them goats again? Sheep. But it seems like there are longer term plans to develop one of these houses into sort of staged house to represent how people may have lived here at one point. Stupid sheep. And then apparently there's even a potential plan to turn one of these into an Airbnb, which would be insanely cool and super creepy. I think that about covers it, with the exception of the boarding house here, which I've saved for last. So what do you say? Whew, we go and check that out, and then we'll call it. So if I understood it correctly, this was the house for workers in the mine who were single versus having a family, where they would families would get those houses, individual workers would get these, or single workers, individual, whatever. Riley's room, well, that doesn't align with my understanding of this place. Hopefully I didn't give misleading information. Yeah, why is there a kid? Alright, so now I'm confused. Why is there kid stuff? Let's see here. So I don't know why, but this place is extra destroyed. Is this what he's talking about? Up I hear buzzing again. Okay. So there's some kind of hornet's nest somewhere. I'm getting out of here. Alright. Let's go check out the basement. That, even though we've learned I'm not into paranormal stuff, is apparently where a bunch of paranormal stuff happens. Well, at the very least it's cold. I mean, it most certainly has an insanely creepy vibe to it, at the very least. Oh, look at that. Can see my breath. It's like 90 degrees out. That's crazy. Alright. I will leave that up to the paranormal folks. Alright, so I think we're going to call it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed exploring this abandoned ghost town, old miners' working village, the Yellow Dog Village. On the outskirts of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. If you did, you know the drill. Like button, subscribe button, notifications, leave a comment. Any interaction helps the channel grow. Thank you for the support as always, and we will, I guess I will, see you in the next video. Alright, bye. What's up, chickens?